Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode, that was weird, here on the Hermitcraft server. And in this episode, we shall be playing some golf. If you haven't seen Cubfan's golf course before, it is incredible. He made 9 of these absolutely fantastic golf courses, and now he's built another 9. We're going to go and play the new 9 in this episode. But first of all, I have something around the corner to show you inside of the base. We are using the Lightmatica mods, and this schematic has been updated because Otter got back to me and he came up with an amazing roof design. Now look at this, how the shapes transition into a new shape, and then there's like sandstone back behind there, and it looks so good. There's also going to be lights that come down from the sky and illuminate all of these emerald-like shapes, like the Minecraft emerald, right? They're kind of similar to that, except 3D. And oh my goodness me, this thing's going to look amazing. But I'm yet to do any of my live streams, and I'll say it now. Twitch.tv/xisumavoid. Go over there and follow me because I plan on doing a lot of live streams working on the grindy projects. We've got like 3 big grindy projects in front of us. So today, I'm just going to play it casual, and we're going to go have some fun playing some golf. By the way, I've updated what version of Lightmatica I'm using. So this looks so much better now. And I've got some black concrete on me, so I thought I'd just do a little bit of filling in before we go over to the golf. But I will actually fly here, and you may see that the frames tank, and that's just the way that the rendering is done with this particular mod. Unfortunately, it isn't particularly friendly, but yeah, you can kind of see the vision for this place now really clearly thanks to this thing. These blocks aren't actually there. If you didn't see the last episode, you should really go check it out to understand what on earth this stuff is. Anyway, I'm going to go place in a bit of concrete, and then we'll go do some golfing. And now I'm on fire. So over here at the Corp Country Club, the portal's been moved back to this area behind where it used to be. And if you're unaware of post-Civil War activities, the Corp have actually gone into retirement. They've shut down all of their shops in the shopping area, and now they spend most of their time over here eating cake, playing golf, building, and watching movies. There are all sorts of cool new stuff that's been built around here. You can see the driving range where we did one of those challenges in the past over on that side, and now there's this new courtyard, and to the left of us would be the first golf. Yes, right here, the first hole. Aha, this is what we're looking for. So this is a map of the new holes. You can see number 18 is there. That would be the last one. And Cub did say that it goes through a massive mesa area. So our adventure is going to be going through a huge area here playing golf. This looks fantastic. Now, whereabouts is the very first hole? That's what I would like to know. So we are here. The first set that we played went all the way through this area. And then that huge last one that you have to do with the big ocean in the way is this one right here. So the end of that is where number 10 starts. Looks like you've got another drive across the ocean. And then got to come all the way through here to 11. Across to 12. A really big one across to 13. A massive journey up to 14. And then across to 15, 16, 17... and then back down through here for 18. It is going to be one heck of an adventure playing this. We're going to see a lot of terrain, a lot of fantastic golfing is going to take place. I need to refresh myself on the rules because I haven't played in a while. I'm also curious as to what's going on over here. I see my head. Oh, first place. Oh yes, that's right, the Corp Cup. This is so awesome. Aha, this is what I was looking for. I thought it was its own separate building, but we're in the basement of the Corp building that you saw a moment ago. And over here is where Scar has built his personal little home cinema screen. Fantastic, I love the details. Anyway, let's get our golfing on. So here we are, my friends, at the 10th hole, ready to play some golf. And like last time, we're going to change this up with some shots from my camera account. I think that makes things far more interesting when we can see the world from a different perspective. So here is the Temp Fairway, as they call it. And it looks like it's a challenging one, as you might end up landing in the water, which of course we wouldn't want to do. We want to avoid water at all costs. And then this is where the hole ends. So to avoid that water, I think we need to think of this as a straight line. And if we aim for the middle of this right here, it's quite likely we might kind of come across at this sort of angle. So I think what we want to do is play it safe and aim for that corner over there. Now I've refreshed my memory on how to do this. I haven't done a test thing yet, you know, just thrown one for practice, but I pretty much remember what's going on here. So we're going to aim upwards like that, and then we're going to quickly double tap right click. And the quicker you double tap, the further it goes. And I was sort of moving, so I'll take like a diagonal step back. I think that's probably where I would have landed. Okay, yeah, going into the water kind of threw me off there. So this is our spot. Put down the ball marker, going to go have a little look around. I think I used the iron. These are in my inventory the wrong way around. We want to use the driver. That one goes the furthest. And where we're actually going to aim is straight ahead and up over that hill, because the fairway kind of peels around to the side and then comes back in again. So we could have gone even further, but let's just see what happens, okay? I've made my first mistake. There'll be plenty more, and I think we're going to land on top of the hill. Yikes. And that means that we're only able to use the driver now. Is that right? Sorry, it's the iron that we're allowed to use, and the hole is kind of over in that direction, and we're just going to do this, okay? That looked reasonably good, but we could also run the risk of landing in water. I think our last one there for using a driver was pretty weak. And look at that. We're down here in the sand, not in the water. Thank goodness for that. And you know what? I'm going to throw an ender pearl for this one right now. We're going to hit the side of that flag. Okay, that feels about right. Woo! And then one more. And I have not been keeping count. There it is. Excellent. Also, look, the hole size is now a bit bigger. That should make it easier. If you were ender pearling in from this direction, you could just, you know, hit the side and fall straight down here. That was a good one. That was a lot of fun. The next one I believe we saw was on top of the hill. Ah, there is a sign, but I was expecting a staircase. Here we have a tunnel leading us through to the next area. And is this water going to shoot us upwards? Oh, yes, it is. Wonderful. So I've logged a score of 5 into the book and quill, and now let's check out the next fairway. As you can see, quite a distance to this over here. It's a little bit on the narrow side, and it's surrounded by trees. We definitely don't want to land in those trees. There's also a bit of an obstacle through the middle here, as you don't want to land a shot in this space. And then at the end, it's up high on the mesa, which is probably going to be a common theme here. And so if you overshoot, bad things could happen. Anyways, I believe I am ready. We're actually sort of going to aim for that tree right there. It kind of looks like it's in the middle of the two sides. So here we go. Aiming at the tree, aiming upwards. Double tap. And off we go. Was that the driver? It was the driver. And I'm not moving. And we land still. And did we... No, we didn't get past the first obstacle. We can actually see the flag right in front of us. So the distance that we travelled is probably further than here to the flag, so we're going to go with the iron. And our distance, our sort of angle, I'm not really sure if this is the same or not. Maybe I should use like the hotbar. Look at the 86, like that's where the bottom of the flag is. So maybe if we had some sort of standard like that, it could help us aim a little better. I was a bit slow with the double click there, but it looks... My goodness me, what a good shot! What a good shot, my friends! So that's our second shot, and the third one, you know, I can throw it out of my inventory is what I can do. Hey! So close to getting it done in 2. Well, that's put me in a real good mood now. Oh man, I'm enjoying this golf. So where is the next one? Aha, it is just over here. This one is a par 4. The last two were par 4s as well, so technically we're on par as we did one above and then one below. I know I'm not using quite the technical correct golf terms there, but this one looks interesting. You hear me say that a lot in these videos, right? That I'm always intrigued, interested and fascinated. That's because I'm just kind of a curious person that's always interested in how things work, how they are, and the layout of these courses right here just kind of get my mind ticking over with the sort of challenge that is ahead and what could potentially happen. This one looks really quite tough because depending on where you land on this bit right here, you might need to take a short shot because your next one you're going to want to take from just around here to make sure you bridge that gap. So it's going to be a tough challenge, but we will start it off with a long drive. Okay, we're going to put the 86 level with the ground again, and I'm going to go slightly to the left to try and avoid the water, and a quick double tap. That felt reasonable, and there's hay bales to catch us when we fall. And where are we? Ball marker. Right, so we got past the water. That's really good. Now here's the thing. I'm not sure if I want to take a long shot. I might want to take like a short one here, and then a long one over to where the flag is. This next shot feels nasty, but I wanna have fun and I wanna roll the dice. Rather than take a precautious shot forward, we'll probably end up taking another precautious one over the gap. Let's aim for that flag, and let's use our technique of putting the 86 there. And we're going to use the second one, which is the iron. So I've got to get my double click here, spot on. Okay, that felt very fast, and it looks like it's going to make it over the gap. Okay, that's pretty good. Let's put our marker here because I think we could end a pearl into this potentially. So we need to hit the front side of that part of the flag. We can do this with an ender pearl. We can make this a hole in 3. Okay, I'll take that back. Let's put this on the offhand and just aim a little bit above. Oh, it's always tricky, isn't it? Go on. Yes! Hole in 3! Wonderful. That was great. And where is the next one? It's probably across this bridge. So let's see the course from up above. I'm over there on the right, and as I shimmy across here to the left, you can see that this is a long one. There's lots of water nearby as well. We do not want to land in that water. We'll take a penalty of an extra point. And the last part looks a little bit tricky as well because it's on top of a hill. So we have our first derp of the video. I'm going to jump into creative mode quickly just so I can point and explain what I explained a moment ago. I decided to use the iron instead of the driver because I felt like the further along here we went, it would make the next shot a tricky angle. And that's because if you follow the diagonal angle of this, it kind of ends you up somewhere around this area. And we have actually landed right in the middle of this sort of sand bit here, which is exactly what I was aiming for. And this time I've made sure to switch the recording back to this account. And we're going to aim with the driver. So we used the iron last time so that we wouldn't go too far in that direction. And having checked it out, I think we need to aim more in line with that yellow block right there rather than the cactus. So got to put the ender pearl on the offhand. That's important. Right, we're in line. Here we go. Wish me luck. Quick double click. Aha, yes, I saw this off in the distance. There is actually this overhang, which looks fascinating. That's going to make our next shot super tricky because, I'm going to have to watch the footage back to see when we aim how high up the ender pearl comes from our shot. We don't want to hit the top of that. And once again, we're kind of aiming blind. We've got to go forward, but maybe over to the side, but then we'll probably land in this area. Oh, this one's going to be tricky. So I've decided to aim relatively close for the flag. We're going to use the iron and we're going to aim under here but not by too much. I need that ender pearl on the offhand, don't I? Okay, so double click and it didn't hit and that actually looks quite promising, but yeah, probably going to overshoot. However, from here we might be able to make this a hole in 3. Was that my third shot or that was probably my third shot. No, a hole in 4. Probably not going to be possible because we're going to throw an ender pearl into the side of this, fall down and have to drop another one in. Unless I wanted to take some sort of crazy shot or aim up in the air and the ender pearl just sort of falls down in the right spot. But I don't think I'm capable of that. I think what I'm going to do is actually aim sort of underneath and try and hit that pole. What is it called? End rod. Oof. Oh, hello. Okay, I think that counts. You know, I think I am pretty much... Let's press F3 and B. Yep, I can confirm that I'm in the hole, but for some reason, I just haven't dropped down all the way. I'm going to count that as one. I am definitely going to count that as one. So when we play golf, my objective is to have fun. I'm not too fussed about getting a good score or not, but an opportunity to get a good score is always going to be a good thing. And this next one, I've noticed that we could potentially take a long shot straight across the ocean and land on that green over there. It looks very tempting, but I need to see what the distance is. If it's more than 250, I'm probably not going to try that at all. But if it's less than, we can refer to the long drive video that we did, use the technique to aim as far as possible, and potentially just land in this little area and maybe get a hole in 2. Now the next one, you will get a conduit if you get a hole in 1 on this, but I don't think it's going to be that possible. You can see where the flag is from over here. The thing is, the blocks that make up the hole are on the far side of the flag, so if you were to hit the flag and fall down, you would be outside of the hole. So very slim chance of us getting a hole in 1, but first of all, let's try this shot across the ocean. So you may be about to witness some epic failure. The distance is about 280 blocks. So I just want to try this for the sake of it. I'm trying to line the trident that we're shooting with up at the bottom of the screen with the dead bush, and I think I've just about done that. It is hidden behind the left corner of it. Very fast double click is required, and that felt like a very fast one as well. We've landed where we're not supposed to land, clearly, and now it's probably the ender pearl just sinking into water. Yep, I fell all the way down to the bottom of a ravine. And did we even get close is a good question. Can I throw my ender pearl onto the surface? That's really not so bad. Now the problem with throwing an ender pearl is that you're bobbing up and down in water, and sometimes it makes the ender pearl go very low and sometimes quite high. And I'm just going to do that, and I think it was a low one unfortunately because we've landed in the water again. And I just realised something. It adds an extra shot, so technically we've taken 4 already. Oh my goodness me, this was definitely a bad strategy. But hey, it was worth it. And that was another low shot, so that's 5, 6, and 7. Okay. I regret doing that now. Oh. The next thought is now, of course, can we follow that up with an amazing hole in 1? Can we turn this around? That's what I'm going to do. That's my shot. Oh my goodness me! How close does one need to be to think if I'd aimed a pixel slightly higher and to the left, would have been a hole in 1. I will take a hole in 2 though. Hole in 2 it is. Alright. Okay, we've got a par 4 here. This might be deceptively longer than it looks. We're obviously going to use the driver a lot on this one to go straight down the fairway and then change the angle down towards the hole. Okay, it looks like a 3 might be possible if we get our angles correct. Also, there are some obstacles, trees, water and ditches off the side, but I think this one's going to be okay. I'm going to try this long shot technique where we take the bottom corner of our driver here and sort of line it up with the edge of the fairway where the trees will be but have yet to appear. Quick double click and that should send us well on our way. And I've landed on top of a tree. I needed to have aimed slightly more to the left. We would have been somewhere around there, which would have been a great place to take a shot from. Instead, we have to take a shot from here. So I think it would be smarter to just throw an ender pearl onto the fairway. We could try and get it through that gap. Do you know what? I'm a risk taker today. Okay, here we go. Oof, that was actually a good decision. I think we're going to use the iron and we're going to aim for the flag and slightly above because the ender pearl's got to travel, but maybe not too high up. I haven't done this enough to really assess that very well, and my ender pearl didn't launch. We'll call that server lag. Actually, we can call it a derp because the ender pearl was never in my offhand and that was kind of okay of a shot. I actually should have aimed a little bit higher, right? Okay, precise and careful aiming. Oh, and it hit the end rod, but I think I'm standing, yeah, I'm clearly standing on here, so it's another shot, and I've actually lost count, so let's go tally those up. So it was a par 4, and we now only have 2 holes left to do. The scenery is about to get fantastic as we go through some icebergs over here. You can see that the course is relatively straight for the most part, but for our first shot, I think we should try and aim over the tip of this iceberg and land in line with this. So this is what we're going to be aiming for, landing in this space, which is where you can actually see some other people have played and landed. And then we'll take a similar straight shot down to this area, and then who knows what's going to happen after that. Okay, then we're going to use the driver, and it is the tip of this second iceberg right here that we want to aim for, but maybe not all of it. Let's go for somewhere around there. Again, I'm looking at the bottom of the screen. Quick double click, off we go. And we have landed pretty much where we wanted to be. That's superb. Maybe could have aimed to the left a little bit more. I feel like our score could be annihilated at this point. Okay, we're just going to, you know, go for it. Whoa, how close to water do you want to be? I don't have to take an extra point penalty. I'm taking my shot from here, and I'm throwing an ender pearl. And if we just aim it so it's in line with these end rods here, we should be getting a par 3. Okay, let's see if I can make this shot. Okay, I've been staring at that for ages now, so let's right click and take it. Yes! A par 3! Oh, that was so intense. I did not want to jerk the mouse while I hit right click there because that had been perfectly aligned. And we have arrived on the 18th hole, the last one. And it looks like an epic with a par 5. Oh my goodness me, this is going to be fun. So a quick eye in the sky assessment. It kind of looks like we should aim to the left a little bit just because that's where the fairway turns. And then from there we'll just take it shot by shot. It looks pretty straight, so we'll probably use the driver a lot. And look at this, it comes all the way back round to the Corp Country Club. Okay, let's do this. I'm aiming there, and then I'm going to aim there sort of with the bottom of the trident. Quick double click. Uh-oh. Alright, let's put down the ball marker and check out where we are. Aha, pretty much where the other two people that played landed. So we'll take our shot sort of over these trees. Yeah, I think I'm going to align my shot with this birch tree in front of us. And once again, we're going to be going for the driver, so a good old long shot here. And we have landed with the next flag in sight, the last flag. We're going to make this an iron shot, and we're going to bring it up so the 86 is in line with the end rods, hoping that we will hit it. That could be a bit much. I think that went well and truly over. Oh dear. Yep. Oh, that was terrible. I guess I've got to finish this up somehow, right? Now that I'm in this area, I think the rules are probably that I've just got to use ender pearls. And I landed somewhere around here. And that was our 5th shot. Oh, I actually landed in. Okay, so the last one ends up being a par 5. Could have been a par 3, but it's a par 5. Oh, and I didn't put 17 in here. A total of 36 is our score. Alright, our score has been placed down. 36 over holes 10 to 18. I had so much fun. I hope you had fun with me today. And remember, twitch.tv/Asuma. After this episode goes out later on in the evening, I'll be doing a live stream on the server, so you have that to look forward to. Head over there, hit the follow button, all that good stuff, and be sure to leave a like on this video. Help support the series, and as always, I appreciate you doing that. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.